Welcome back to Dirty Water Coins and Collectibles. This is Vinny, the Irish Italian. We have a penny hunt. I've had this box for probably about 4 months. I just never got around to it. So tonight I'm going to take a stab at some of this. It'll probably take me a little while to get through all of them. But it does look like we have a good circulated amount of coins here, so we have a chance at some good varieties. So I'll get through 10 rolls. Let me start off with roll number 1. Let's see what we can find. See you after this. Alright, we're into roll number 6 without any significant finds. But we do have Weedy number 1, 1952, and Weedy number 2, we have a 1944. So 2 wheats in 1 roll. Let me go through the rest, and I'll bring you in if I come across anything. Roll number 7. Weedy number 3. 1946 out of Philly. Alright, here's our finds for the first 10 rolls. 1986 Canadian and a 2001 Canadian. We have a 2009 Professional Life, a 1944 and a 1946 Weedy, a 1952 and a 1956 Denver Weedy. Under the scope, I have a 1972, and it just looks thicker to me. I did check doubledie.com, and I can't find an exact match, so it may not be anything. But the N and in, the G, the O, the D, those look thicker. We Trust pretty much looks normal. The date looks normal. 71. Did I say 72? Liberty looks normal. Now I have this one here. See how much thinner In God looks? Let me rest this one on top of it, see if we can get. We have down the bottom is thicker. Top is thinner. Yeah, Trust looks thicker too. I was looking at 72. I gotta check 71. Alright, so I have those. I have a 1973. Let me check the reverse here. It's slightly an off-center strike, but this side is, you can see how much thicker it is up here, the rim, and then how much thinner it gets down here. It's almost no rim, and then it gets considerably thicker at God and We, or In God We. So I have that held aside. And then I think I found a clipped planchet. So we have a 1976 out of Denver here. It looks clipped. If I go over here, there's a little bit of what could be the Blakesley effect right in here. It pulls out a little bit, and if I flip it over, We have that here. If I come across a little bit right in here. So I think this is a clipped planchet. It looks good to me anyway. So I'll hold that one aside. Let me double check the 71s. If I can come across something, I'll bring you right back. Alright, I can't confirm nor deny that this is somewhat doubled. I don't know. This is the reverse of the normal 71. And then this is the one that on the obverse I think could be semi-double. But look at the thickness in the L, the U, the B, but especially this M. See how fat it is right in here? And if we go back to the regular one, look at that M. I mean, it's not even close. The U's are all different. These U's are so much thicker. I don't know. I'm going to hold it aside. I'm not convinced that this is not a double dye. It doesn't look like it's dye deterioration. I'm not 100% sure on this one. Let me check the obverse again. I mean, that just looks off to me. All right, let's get into the next 10 rolls. All right, went through the next 10 rolls, 11 through 20. We have a 1958 Canadian Younghead, 1983 Canadian, a really nice 1972D, a 2009 Early Childhood, and a really beat up 1956 Denver Wheatie. And I did get 2 error fines. I have this 1983 with a good size die chip in the lower portion of the 8. Didn't see anything else. And then I have a 1960D small date that I pulled aside to show Southern Coin Hunter. These don't come across, or I don't come across these very often. So when I saw it, I pulled it aside. All right, let's get into the next 10 rolls. See you in a second. Hey, we're on roll number 22. And I just put a 2015 under the scope. And we have a DDO. You can see the extra thickness in the 2 over here. You have kind of that cat's eye appearance to the 0. You have the notching in the 1. Some extra thickness in the 5. I have to look this one up. I will post which one it is under here or at the end of the video. But that's a good find. Not in the greatest condition. We get some dirt, maybe some grease on here. A little bit of extra thickness in Liberty. I didn't see anything up in Trust or in God. All right, let's keep it going. Just flattened out roll 28, flipped 2 coins, and we have a Wheatie. I did not see this yet. I'm going to say it's in the 50s. It's in pretty decent condition. 1957. Looks normal. Normal. No die cracks, no cuds, no doubling. Let's keep it going. All right, we're on roll number 29. We have another Wheatie. 1956 out of Denver. Let's keep it going. Rolls 21 through 30. We have a 1956 Denver Wheatie. We have a 1957 Brown Red Wheatie. And another 1957 Brown Wheatie. We have our 2015 DDO. And another Wheatie. I forget what year this was. 1956 Brown Red Wheatie. Let's get into the next 10 rolls. Just flattened out roll number 36. And we got a Wheatie. $19.52 out of Denver. And it looks fairly normal. I don't know what's going on top of his head there. Can't tell if that's damage or not. Nothing really out of the ordinary here. Alright, we finish out this roll, keep going. I'll bring you in if I find anything cool. Rolls 31 through 40. We have a 1971 Canadian. And our one Wheatie is a 1952 Denver. Last 10 rolls. Let's do it. Rolls 41 through 50. We have two 2009 Professional Lifes and a 1958 Denver Wheatie. Let me get the wrap-up set up. I'll bring you right back. All right, here's our 50 roll wrap-up. Not as good as I was hoping, but can't win them all. We had a 1958 Canadian Younghead, a 1971 Canadian, 83 Canadian, 86 Canadian, and a 2001. We had a 2009 Early Childhood and 3 Professional Lifes, 2009. We had a really nice condition 1972D. No errors or varieties on that one. Only 2 40s. We had a 44 Wheatie and a 46 Wheatie. Couple of 50s. We had a 52 Wheatie, a 52 Denver, I think 4 1956s, 2 57s, and a 58 Denver. For our varieties, we have a 1960D small date. We have a 1983 with the die chip in the lower portion of the 8 of the date. We have this 1973 with a misaligned die. And this 1971 that looks like it could be a double die. I just can't find any info on it, so it might go back. And then for our 2 best finds, we have this 1976D clipped planchet and our 2015 DDO. And I will look this one up, and when I figure out which one it is, I will place that underneath. Well, let me show you this 1960 here. The 1960D. So that's not the 1960D. What am I doing? This one. So you can see the tail or the curvature of the 6 is closer to the top of the 6 here. So this is the small date. On the large date, the curl comes in tighter. So there's more space from here to here. That's the easiest way that I can identify the two. So if you're curious as to what to look for. That's again the easiest way that I can tell is this space in between here is much less than it would be on the large date. All right, everybody, if you enjoyed this video, you find yourself continuing to watch my videos, but you're not subscribed, please do so. It really does help out the channel. And if you don't comment or you're afraid to comment, try throwing up a comment in there. I will get back to you. I do my best to get back to everybody. If you have a question, feel free to ask. There's plenty of people who do comments who will answer your questions too. And please hit that notification bell. And also hit that like button. And I'll see you on the next one.